The Dharmasthala Case, accusations, investigations, and political ripples. Though we have already covered the Dharmasthala case in detail, here's a quick recap. In July 2025, a former sanitation worker alleged that he was made to bury hundreds of bodies, many showing signs of abuse in Dharmasthala over nearly 2 decades. The claims sparked public outrage, legal pressure, and political attention. Now, weeks later, the case has seen real movement. From SIT probes to legal action, political responses, and temple board involvement. So, where does the case stand today? Let's see. SIT and police action. What has improved so far? SIT, formally constituted on July 19th of 2025, led by DGP, with senior officers MN Anuchit, SK Saumyalata and SP Jitendra Kumar, appointed to investigate all linked cases across Karnataka. Case filed on July 4th under Section 211A, soon after a whistleblower protected under Witness Protection Scheme handed over skeletal remains and expressed willingness to name those sites as well. The whistleblower was questioned over 2 full consecutive days in Mangaluru, that is on July 26th and July 27th, statements recorded in video format, legal counsel present, and productions in place. 15 suspected burial or cremation locations identified by the complainant, anti-Naxal force deployed at each site for forensic inspection. Visit by DGP Mohanty to Mangaluru and Bilathangadi officers consolidating leadership and oversight of the evolving probe. Civil society and legal groups including AIDWA and senior advocates are demanding full autonomy and judicial supervision for the SIT, calling for inclusion of related unresolved cases like Soujanya, Padmalatha, Yamuna, etc. and many others from Kerala. Let's see what the political and broader institutional responses on this case so far. Karnataka Home Minister G. Parameshwara asserted no protection for anyone and reaffirmed the government's commitment to uncovering truth if evidence emerges. Medical or health authorities said 367 violent or suspicious deaths, which many involving women, remain unsolved. Multiple opposition and civil society actors, including former Supreme Court Justice V. Gopala Gowda, have criticized police inaction over past decades and demanded court-monitored investigation led by senior officers with forensic and digital capabilities. Let's see what Dharmasthala Temple Board and local stakeholders are dancing on this. The temple administration issued a full statement on July 20th calling for impartiality and transparency from SIT, urging facts over speculation. They are even now putting all the blames that the conversation had been held on Kerala, and that too without no physical evidence. Legal action by temple trustees led to a civil court gag order issued on July 18th, removing approximately 8,800 to 9,000 online links and banning defamatory content against the institution and trustees. The Supreme Court refused to override the order and advised petitioners to approach the High Court. Meanwhile, local activists and protectors have clashed with the temple devotees over unresolved cases like Soujanya's death during protest at the temple entrance, pointing to unresolved trust deficits. Let's see what locals and community involvement are. Family members of missing persons, including Ananya Bhatt, which is that 2003 disappearance, and others, have come forward to assert their cases should be included in the broader investigation. Regional forums and protests at Dharmasthala Gate reflect deep local unease and demand accountability. Through these have sometimes escalated into conflict with temple custodians and devotees. What's the key takeaway in this? I'll explain that to you. So far, the situation shows substantial procedural progress. A SIT led by senior officers, forensic groundwork, witness protection, and mounting public pressure. However, gaps remain around judicial oversight, full site exhumation, independent monitoring, and incursion of past cases like Soujanya or Padmalatha. The temple board has conveyed cooperation, but its legal moves have also generated debate around freedom of reporting versus defamation control. Political voices across the spectrum insist on unraveling facts, while civil society demands a broader probe under court supervision. The case is now at a critical juncture. Actionable investigations are underway, but their credibility and scope depend on transparency, external oversight, and incursion of local grievances, all under the watchful eye of both justice and public attention. But as the investigation deepens, one question still lingers. Are we finally uncovering the truth or just scratching the surface? Let's see and let's hope for the best, and let's see the justice prevails.